other Caucasians to the back. Immediately. Immediately. Honestly, thank you. Looks better already.
So they want to bring back segregation. Come on, bring it back.
Don't let me catch a white woman using a black woman's restroom. If I catch you, I'm tackling you and I'm holding you for the police. I'm calling 911. Do not use the black segregated restrooms, okay?
Gotta get the blacks mad. Let's bring back segregation. Yeah. You said they're bringing back segregation. Yes. Yes.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. Welcome back to my YouTube space. I know it's not good to people of color or to black people, to be precise, because Donald Trump is trying to provoke black people. Black people are being provoked left, right, center. They are trying everything. They talked about the NDEI, now this act to bring back segregation, immigration, everything that is being done is a bait to bring black people to the streets. And we have been talking about this, okay? It's a bait to bring back black people to the street. They want to see black people protesting so that they can unleash the police to them. Now, in today's video, I'm going to react, I just want to show you how black people have reacted on this issue of Donald Trump bringing back segregation, because it's not good, and the MAGA supporters are not even good with it. They F around. Now they are finding out like too bad. And there was warnings, signs everywhere about Donald Trump being racist. Signs was there, but even the people or the Latinos didn't hear this, because you just want to be close to white people, you voted for Donald Trump. Because you don't want to support black people, you voted for Donald Trump. See how we are finding out badly. Now, the videos I'm going to play is a videos of black people reacting on bringing back segregation. The video of black people reacting on this act. Now, a lot of them are like, nah, we ain't going back to the street. Like, you do what you're trying to do, bring what you're trying to bring, release who you are trying to release, but as black people, we ain't falling for this bait. We ain't going to the street. I know now black people have realized that, even if they do what they do, the white supremacists, they are something else, okay? Let's watch these clips and then we'll come back again and talk about it.
Although I wouldn't expect for racism and segregation and the attacks on black and brown people to be still so prevalent in 2025. It is. And they trying to make it worse. But I don't think it's going to slap like they think it's going to slap. Because I was home thinking about growing up in Mississippi and how I had in elementary school, middle school, and most of my high school, I had all black teachers. We shopped at all black stores. Like, we supported each other in the community. We helped each other in the community. We were just, my aunt fed everybody on our street. So I'm trying to really think, was that actually a bad time for us when we had our own side of town and we knew where it was safe to go and where it was okay to be, where we could hang out and not get hurt? Like, we had our problems, but it wasn't like we were worried about nobody trying to make us a strange fruit. So I am not sure that this is going to slap like they think it is, because let me tell you something. When I go to BB King's in Memphis, I see a lot of them in there. So all the things that were made for us, they enjoy too. So I'm not understanding this whole thing of segregation, because y'all enjoy our company and it's still places that we can't go of y'all's. So please give me a minute to understand what this is supposed to do, because at this point I don't see no harm, no foul, because y'all still have places y'all can go that we can't go. We don't. Y'all try to be everywhere we at. So whatever. Do what you want to do. At this point, I don't have nothing to say, because I remember my childhood being great, surrounded by the people that look like me.
So now, the orange one wants to bring back segregation. Do it. Do it, because I want to know where I'm not wanted. I want to know. Even though we know the sundown town's still around, still, put them signs back up. Put them back up, because it'll make our job so much easier. Bring it back. And we can cultivate and develop and build our own communities. As in my opinion, I feel it should be from the beginning. Y'all don't want to be around us? Guess what? We don't want to be around y'all either. Okay? Bring it back. Bring it back. That actually sounds like a very good idea. With the way things going on now. And then we'll see where you'll get your culture from. And we'll see who you could emulate now. Matter of fact, on top of that too, yeah. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. We know it's bait to get us to come outside and protest, but guess what? We still ain't coming outside. But you could go ahead and put those signs back up. Because at the end of the day, one thing I do know about my people, we know how to survive, honey. Okay? And y'all gonna be the ones affected, not us. All right? So, yeah, go ahead on. Put them signs back up. Put them signs back up. That's what you do. We ain't moved. Not one bit. Try again.
Dear others, we, the melanated military, are gonna sit back, sit at home, chill in our bonnets, our box braids, and our afros, and mind the fuck out of our business. Sincerely, a black girl.
I just want to be the first to say I'm just so happy. I am so happy that Donald Trump is bringing back segregation. I'm so happy. And you know why I'm so happy? I'm happy because guess what? I get to work with all black doctors. No more white medicine. I am so happy because I get to take care of all, hopefully, black patients. I'm happy. I'm happy because I'll never get called another racist slur again when I'm at work. Because guess what? Everybody look just like me. Also, double happy, all black grocery stores. Oh my God. All black farmer markets. And even better, all black restaurants. I am not seeing the downside to this, people. I mean, we need to, our kids can never be bullied for color again. So just think, if you need to send your kid to a school for higher education, they cannot be bullied because that is a higher education school with all black kids in it. Dear Caucasian people, I don't know why y'all thought we was going to be mad. I'm not my ancestors. I'm not really that pressed to be around. I'm not pressed to be accepted. I'm not pressed to be where no one wants me to be. I'm not. I don't want to do and be nowhere I shouldn't be. And guess what? I want to be happy and treated the right way wherever the fuck I choose to be. So, as one black person to the world of Caucasian people, I welcome it. If you want to have your all-white time with your superiority, as you like to say, please help us bring segregation back. And FYI, when we bring it back, we will not be recanting it. We gonna stay right here. The 4 years that we gonna keep us right here for life. Because guess what? You already showed your hand, honey, and y'all done played your cards. So I'm fine with it. Because let me tell you something. To be a black nurse, I have taken care of many Caucasian people. And many of them have said, you are a damn good nurse. So for me not to have to utilize my skills where they are not wanted on people who don't want them, and still don't have to give them after you done said some racist stuff and been disrespectful. Thank you. Because I've been saying we ain't getting paid enough. But this right here, this is the highlight of my career. 2025 is looking damn good right now. It was going bad, but it's getting better. Woo, thank you.
Y'all, when I say people used to look at me so crazy when I would say that black people should segregate themselves again and that we should have never assimilated into white culture, white American culture at that. And now, like I've been saying for years, we should have never, ever, we should have never integrated with them. And to be honest, allowing integration, you had to know that there was a catch. You had to, because at the end of the day, knowing this country, they're not going to give us anything that's going to benefit us. Anything. It's always going to cripple you. It's specifically black Americans. And then it just trickles down to everyone else. But they were never going to give us anything that was going to benefit us. Now, is this a trap? Not sure. However, we could turn this, because they're so like, they are panicking right now. They're trying to cause as much chaos. I don't know what's happening, why they're in such a rush to get all this stuff done, but clearly the clock is ticking and they got to get shit done, and they're being really sloppy about it. They're not even hiding anything. So squinted eyes. However, we have so many black businesses. Of course, we don't have like towns and stuff like we used to, but we have money. We have way more money than they had. So we can make it happen. We could benefit a lot from this, because I don't want to be around them. Like, I went to a historically black high school, a historically black college. I don't want to be around them people. This is a dream come true for me. This is a dream come true. Like, I don't even care about the separation. Like, I don't care. I just want to be around me and mine. Hallelujah.
Please put up them signs. Go ahead, tell us where we're not meant to go. And while we at it, every Jamaican restaurant, every Mexican restaurant, every soul food restaurant, any other thing but white, put up them signs and say no whites allowed. Please. Let us know where you don't want us to go, and we won't go there. But in return, give it back, because your food is nasty anyway. Nobody wants it. But you want to have your little Mexican where, please don't make it too hot. Please. Let us know, because I like knowing where I'm not wanted. I do. I'd be like, oh, you right, bitch. And I will move on to the other side. There are other things. Segregation. Okay. But don't come over here trying to burn shit down when you realize your shit is trash. Ho.
Gotta get the blacks, man. Let's bring back segregation. Yeah. You said they're bringing back segregation.
And so many black people have no problem with segregation. It's It's not getting the whole cry for help that they thought it was. Growing up in the DMV, my life has always been segregated. It's separate but equal. I think we've been operating as such, all our lives. I was able to go to the predominantly white Christian school growing up, but I also lived in an all-black neighborhood. And then when you move to a white neighborhood, there is, it's just known even now in the workplace. All the white co-workers, they live like in certain parts of VA and different things. All the black people, they in PG, Waldorf, these certain parts of DC. It's like, be for real. And I'm uncomfortable whenever I go to a place and there's none of me. My black ass checks every time, and I'm like, oh, this really isn't for me. I know some people are comfortable, but I've never been comfortable in the white spaces. Never. If I don't see at least one of me, I don't want to be there. If I don't see multiple of me, I don't want to be there. Okay? And certain black people, they be like, oh, yeah, ooh, I feel like this is upper echelons, because there's no black people. No. I'll never get to that point. I need to see me. I need to see my people. No. Like, yes, the twerking and the atmosphere might get a little something for brunch, but I know my food is seasoned, and I know the music is, it's nice. It's nice in there, because it's with my people. That's what makes it nice. So shake your ass while I'm eating these shrimp and grits. Shake it, girl.
If Trump bringing back segregation, why would that even make black people mad? For the longest, all I've been hearing is don't go where you're not wanted. Don't go where you're not valued. If a certain demographic don't want you in their building or don't want you eating there, don't go there. I wouldn't even fight for the right to want to go somewhere where don't nobody want me at. To tell the truth, a lot of us been segregated from everybody else. We don't even care to be around nobody, let alone another demographic. This is just another rage bait tactic to get two demographics to go against each other, man. It's the same story.
And let me be the one to remind you, we are not our ancestors, okay? We have YNs now, okay? They commit crimes that will blow your mind, and they have an artillery of weapons that would also blow your mind. And not only that, black women are the most educated and they will outlearn you. Do you hear me? We can read now. We have weaponry. I'll say it again, we have weaponry. I'm not saying we will use it, but we have weaponry. These are my thoughts. So nothing's coming back. But do you like my apron from Crate and Barrel? Nothing's coming back. Nothing. Nothing's coming back. I don't know what you heard. I don't care what he does. We're not our ancestors. We're not our relatives. See, we fight back with words, with knowledge, and with power. Just as a reminder, nothing in this video is a threat. It's just a sharing and spreading of knowledge. Knowledge is power. I would hate for my people to have to rock y'all.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? So they want to bring back segregation. Come on, bring it back. Think about it, y'all. We've always been segregated. There's just been no signs. How many times you show your little black face somewhere and they don't want to, it's crowded, or, you can't get in because you need a jacket, or you can't wear those sneakers, all of that type of stuff. It's been segregated. So you really want to do this? Then if they're going to segregate stuff, right, we need to segregate the sports too. Let's go with that, because we already know what it's going to be with basketball on the other side. Football too. All of that. Think about it. If that's what they want to do, you ain't getting a rise out of us. That's what you trying to do. Y'all gonna do what you want to do anyway. So if it's segregation, we for it. We for whatever y'all trying to do. But guess what we not gonna do? We not gonna help protest. We not gonna help you finish your agenda of bullshit and disrespecting people. We not gonna do that. I just want you to know that. We not helping. Period. Good luck with that.
Don't let me catch a white woman using a black woman's restroom. If I catch you, I'm tackling you and I'm holding you for the police. I'm calling 911. Do not use the black segregated restrooms, okay? If I catch your ass, You going to jail. We don't want you in the black restrooms, okay? We don't want you there. You going to jail. Don't use our restroom.
What's this everybody talking about? We going back to segregation. Segregation? How? Get off social media for a minute and just go look around somewhere. How is this gonna be segregated? First of all, they done brought a lot of Mexicans in, so what you gonna do? We got a lot of Africans. We got how? What? We can't go to the mall. We can't go to eat at the white people restaurant. Our restaurants is better anyway. I mean, we can't shop at y'all stores. Hell, most of us shop online anyway. I mean, what are you gonna do? Well, we can't. You gonna have an all-white football team, all-white basketball? First of all, entertainment as a whole is nothing without black people. So I don't know. What are we talking about here? Why is everybody panicking about segregation? What y'all want to be amongst the others? It don't make me no difference. I'm still gonna eat good. I'm still gonna get fly. I'm still gonna have a good time and enjoy this life. I don't know nothing about none of this. What are we talking about here? I'm gonna be back. I probably have to make another video because I gotta go investigate. I gotta investigate. Don't tell me what a good time. All black folks need to do is start back cooking like y'all did during quarantine when they was making them quarantine plates. I'm a support, baby. I've been waiting to spend black dollars. Maybe this will make black people get back focused on business and starting their own thing. If that's what we doing, it don't make me no difference. Let's grow.
Welcome back. Now, bringing back segregation will affect black people, that's for sure, and the people of color, because it will have a limited access to education. And for you living to America and with not getting quality education, it's too bad. Limited access to education, that means you won't get better jobs. You know, all good jobs will go to the white people. And black people will be pushed back to work as, you know, to work all those that works. The wage payment won't be enough. And that means that black people will have to work more harder to get a better life. People of color will have to work more harder to get better life. And white people will just be working softly. So under segregation, schools for black children were often underfunded. And there is a video here where Donald Trump was asked if a school teaches about race, what will he do? He said they will underfund the school, less fund to the schools. So they even don't want race to be taught in these schools. That's what Donald Trump wants. And that is a disaster to a black race. Schools that black people will be underfunded, number one, will be overcrowded, will lack the resources available to white schools. If segregation is being reinstated, black students will likely face a return to inferior education systems with fewer opportunities for academic and extracurricular works or enrichments. And that is taking back black people to the poverty. The wage gap we are trying to fill, we won't fill it. We won't own property because less educated, poor education, you know, it is bad. And it is time for African Americans. Let's end this conversation that we won't come back to Africa. We won't come back to motherland. America is our land. Let's end this one. Let's have peace in our heart. Let's unite. And let's African Americans trace back to their motherland. Now, this will perpetuate the circle of poverty and limit future opportunities for higher education and career advancement for black individuals. That's if segregation is brought back. The future of our kids will be ruined. Kaput. The future of good jobs, kaput. The future of opportunities, kaput. That means that black people will go back to being inferior. Oh my God damn. That's the consequences of bringing back segregation. I just want you to listen to this. And I don't want us, black people, to fall on these traps. Okay? Yeah, I know it is 1,000 days. Donald Trump will be kaboot on power. We vote for another person, but we even don't know what he's planning to do and do and do. The policies he may be trying to execute, maybe it is a long-term effect to black people. Bringing back segregation will reinforce systematic economic inequality. Systematic economic inequality. Historically, like segregation kept black communities in poverty by denying them access to well-paying jobs, economic resources, and the opportunity to build generational wealth. Economic opportunities for black people will be limited, perpetuating the racial wealth gap and denying access to and financial prosperity to black people. Segregation is an act of fear. As I said on my previous video, if you didn't watch it, where white people were reacting on segregation, it is an act of fear of black people, act of fear of losing privileges, act of fear of losing economic power, act of fear of being the superior. So this is just scary that black people are thriving. Black people are winning huge, and they want to cut off that channel by bringing back segregation. And that is a doing of rich white people. Not all white people, rich white people. They fear that black people will turn the tables down. Bringing back segregation will bring back health disparities. And I know for sure segregation never ended. Yes, it ended on the Civil Rights Act 1965, but it has been there. It has been there indirectly. People have been complaining, racism, police brutality. This is the form of segregation too. It never ended, okay? But it was not that deep. So bringing back it openly will bring back health disparities. Because during the era of segregation, black people had less access to quality health care, resulting in poor health outcomes and shorter life expectancy. If segregation is brought back, black individuals will likely face the same disparities in healthcare access. That's not what we don't want. Leading to higher rates of preventable disease, lower life expectancy, and inadequate medical treatment. Bringing back segregation will shorten the life of people of color. Bringing back segregation will shorten the life of black people. Yeah. And we may not fall for the bait as black people. We may not go to the street. But we have to find ways. And finding ways to end or to counterattack this is by supporting heavily Africa. By moving heavily out of America. Go out of America. Even the white people are moving out of America. Even the white Americans, they fear their country. Black people, the unity of all black people is how we'll counterattack this. The unity of African Americans and Africans, indigenous, will counterattack this. Because as Africa, this thing we may think will not affect us, but no, it will affect even the black people in Africa. All Africa is a poor continent. African countries is poor, and we all run to America, go find jobs there. So that means that we will fall on that trap of segregation. If we run to America, that means that we have no place in America again. We have no place in getting jobs in the American dream that we all think is the dream that, for good life. So African Americans have endured a lot, and Africans that are going to America, African indigenous, you will fall on that, because the African Americans ain't fighting again. They are saying we ain't falling for this bait. Now, reintroducing segregation will reinforce racial stigmas and foster a society where black people are continually treated as inferior. The psychological toll of living in segregated society can result in trauma, a lack of self-esteem, and diminished sense of belonging. discrimination and racism will become entrenched once again, leading to further violence, social unrest, and division in society. And America is going in a division. I saw a video where a white person was saying they are busy fighting political fights here, social issues, and other countries are going on. China is thriving. You know, BRICS, they are thriving. They are not falling in these traps. You know, and one of these fine days, fighting this social or division in society will end America into a deep hole. And they won't come out of this hole because theirs will be kaput. The empire will fall. So I hope white people, I hope white Americans are watching what Trump is doing. And white Americans, I'm sure you don't want your country to fall into trap. You don't want America to be third world country, because there is where it's going. Not even second, third world country. It's going there. Because when you bring divisions, that means there'll be more violence. That means there'll be social unrest. Even you as white people, you will be on this mix. It won't be a mix of black people only or a mix of people of color only. So you need to watch your president. You need to watch his steps and limit him for doing this. So don't support segregation. Don't support discrimination. Don't support racism. Because we as black people have been fighting this system for so long. American blacks have been fighting this system for so long. Now Trump is coming and making America great again. Racist again. So I think that's it's not a laughing matter, but I'm not sure if Trump is on his right senses. Someone check on his fever. The civil rights gain in the mid-20th century, particularly the legal protection against discrimination in voting, housing, employment, and public accommodation, will be rolled back. Black people will be stripped of their rights to vote and participate fully in democratic society. And this is not the issue of black people alone, but the issue of even Latinos, issue of people of color, all of us, because it is too tough that this thing is not affecting black people only, okay? It is for every people of color who is there. Now, denial of civil rights, if all these things were not there, but people of color were facing police brutality, they were incriminated, they were called names, they were, and what if it is back? As a Latino, what do you think? What do you think? That means that it will be a harm to social cohesion. Okay? It will tear apart the social fabric of the United States. One of the progress of civil rights era was the development of more integrated communities where people of different races could live, work, and learn together. Bringing back segregation will divide communities, harm social trust, and create an environment of hostility and mistrust. And that's why we say it's time for African Americans to move out. It is time, because it will limit the potential of cooperation, understanding, and shared social progress. What are you doing in a country where you are not loved? What? Let's invest back to Africa as black Americans. It's just okay, I know most of you don't, the stories you have been told about Africa, so you will not think of coming back to Africa. But I believe you have to sit down and think about it. Think, even if it's not Africa, it's Caribbean, there is other white countries maybe that they are favorable for black people, but America is falling, and don't fall with America. Now, reintroducing segregation will be a profound injustice with devastating effects on black people and the people of color. Reversing progress towards racial equality and social justice. It will perpetuate discrimination, limit opportunities, and deny black people the rights and dignity they fight for over generation and generation. Additionally, the negative consequences will harm society as a whole. they will harm white people by reintroducing division, inequality, and injustice. Instead of returning to segregation past, we should focus, or the focus should be on continuing to address systematic racism and ensuring full equality for all. That's the conclusion. Bringing back segregation will not harm only black people or people of color, it will harm even the white people. Tell me what you think.